Hello, welcome to a Talk About. In this video, I'm reviewing Doomwyte, a book of the Redwall series by Brian Jacques. A young mouse at Redwall named Bisky gets into trouble while telling Dibbins a tale of Gumph the mouse thief, who long ago stole precious stones from the statue Doomwyte, while the storm goes on around outside of Redwall Abbey. In that storm, rats get leered by the eerie wights. A bird comes to the raven Corvus Skur, who has a snake as a crown in his kingdom of Doomwyte, underground kingdom of Doomwyte. They are searching, he is searching, still searching for the eyes of the Doomwyte statue, stones. Redwallers read old writings about how Gomp stealing the stones of the statue is all true. He tells about lights that draw you away to your doom, and gives clues in the form of riddles that send the Redwallers off on a quest to find these ancient stones. The Hare Laird Bosie Mixcutta O'Bulani, or just Bosie, comes to Redwall and saves some Dibbins from being kidnapped by birds, and becomes the Redwall's protector in exchange for food. The birds, however, hear the story of Gomph taking the stones and how Redwall has them, and returns to their kingdom to tell of the news. The wights come to Redwall at night, who are lights trying to draw away Dibbins to be kidnapped, and they are reptiles and birds painted with a glowing liquid. Corvus Skur decides to get help from the great poisonous snake Balis, who lives in the quarry and is a descendant of the blood of the great Amadeus. The evil snake comes to Redwall, but he becomes crazy with his injuries, and becomes more crazy and develops as the story goes on, and turns on anyone's his victim, and the enemy, the evil creatures have different sides now that oppose them, and who want revenge on each other. The Redwallers, in the meantime, follow the riddles underground, where they fight the painted ones. Shrews turn up at Redwall looking for a little one, and go off after the painted ones, and come upon old descendants of Gumph the mouse thief in Mossdollar Forest. Meanwhile, during this whole story, a shadow looms over the hill, who wants revenge. You don't really quite see who wants revenge on the kingdom of the Doomwyte. Logalog, a Galsum shrew, becomes hard for the good creatures to deal with as this adventure goes on. After a young mouse maid from Gunth's family gets stuck under a rock while trying to help a creature, Redwallers, moles, and such come to save her from this rock, and it brings battle to the great kingdom of the Doomwyte, the underground kingdom of the Doomwyte under the hill, and all sides clash here, including the great snake Balis comes, and it's this big center point of the book. The young Bisky the mouse and Dwink the squirrel become main characters in this book, with Bisky, in my opinion, the main character of this book, who grows from being a young character into a warrior, and grows up and learns things, and learns to love and battles the evil creatures. The hare Bosie is wild. He's a favorite of mine. I always like the hares usually, and he comes to help save and protect Redwall using Martin's sword, and loves to eat. It's danger when he wants to eat, and Redwall has to protect Redwall from. Double is a shrew, is a son of Logalog, and someone who is a wild creature who's strong-willed and has to grow throughout this story, this sad story for him. But it makes something happy of it, I think. The shrew leader, Logalog Tuggabruster, it makes you rethink shrews, and if they're on the good side, or they can be a problem to each other, and how some good creatures aren't all necessarily good. The Raven Corvus Skur is a vicious leader, a tyrant, who, while he makes his plans, finds things start to crumble under him. Sycorax is the snake that is the crown of Corvus Skur, who is also his wisdom in matters. There is the creature Wells, a monstrous fish that lives in the lake in this underground kingdom of Doomwyte, who all the evil creatures fear. Balus, the great evil snake, is supposed to be a descendant of the legendary Amadeus from the first book of Redwall. And he's a blind snake, though, but he's supposed to be just as terrible. And he goes very crazy throughout this book, which I really enjoyed, how watching him go across this whole country and how everyone's terrorized by the snake. They have been for years, for seasons, but this snake is now terrorizing even more with his craziness. I think this book, especially at the beginning, is a sinister, scary story, with the kingdom of the Doomwytes, the whites leering creatures off to their doom, and the great snake Balus that haunt the forest. And I think the author does a great job of painting this terrifying lore of Mostar in this time. With the riddles, twists, and battles, I really like this book, and it really makes Redwall feel like a safe place to be. The map really gave a good reference of Mostar Forest during this adventure, which I really enjoyed. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe for more. See you next time.